Hi, welcome. If you just tuned in, welcome. And if you're watching the replay, this is Jaime Tan at Enlightened Spoon. And if you're watching the replay of this, you can also fast forward to get to the point of the practice itself. Today's practice is going to be about 15 minutes or so. So we're going to wait a few minutes for people to jump on because it normally takes the algorithm, or normally takes like Instagram and Facebook, a couple minutes to notify people that I'm here and live. And hi, nice to see you. Hi, Ava. Hi, Amandu. Hi, Ricardo. If you're here, can you just let me know that the sound works? Can you just say yes if you're hearing like the sound is working? Okay, perfect. Hi, Jana. Nice to see you. I've got lots of people joining here on Instagram, which is lovely. I am also streaming on Facebook. So Instagram is up here, Facebook is down there. So if I don't seem like I'm looking at you at any point, it's because, I'm looking up or down either way. So instead of looking at the screen and twiddling our thumbs while we wait for people to come on board, I thought today I will draw another card, this time from a different card deck. Again, from Gabby Bernstein. It is The Universe Has Your Back. Beautiful cards. They're really beautifully illustrated. So today's deck, that's the back of the cards, and every card has got a different positive affirmation. Lots of beautiful sayings, So if you need one positive thing in your life, let's look for it. Okay, so let's ask the universe what message it has for us today. Right? Okay, and let's shuffle this. What's it gonna be? Hey, Ricardo. Hey, Suki. Okay, so here, yeah? Okay, let's open it. Interesting. So it says attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So it's quite fitting today, and this time, really, when everyone's sort of a little bit feeling in this out of balance state, they are merely just calls for help. So let's see what we can do to help you today, right, with today's meditation. And perhaps that's a good way to maybe start to think of one good positive thing today that happened for you. Because you might have heard me say this before, when you focus on the good gets better. So think of one thing today, and feel free to share it if you want to share it on here. And otherwise you can just, think of it and keep it to yourself. To one good thing that happened to me today was, so I work at Enlightened Kennedy as an executive producer, and we had an all-agency Zoom with 120 people. And today it was really funny. We had like a little live performance. So three different people gave different performances. So someone played on the piano, and then someone sang. Well, I don't know whether it was a husband or a housemate, like was playing the piano too. And it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful moment of like connection. So yeah, Ash, words, always. You know me. I'm just waiting. I'm just buying time, for people to come join on. So let's just wait a couple more minutes for more people to join. And yeah, continue just kind of feeling into that one good positive thing that happened today. And maybe I'll give you a bit of an introduction into who I am. I'm Jaime Tan at Enlightened Spoon. And I have my day job in advertising at Enlightened Kennedy as an executive producer, as I said before. I also am a yoga teacher and meditation teacher, and I am a trained nutritional therapist as well as a wellness coach. And I just thought I'd do these sessions as a way to connect us all, right? Because in this time, everyone's feeling a little bit isolated. And everyone needs tools to help check back in with themselves again. So that's what these sessions are for. And what I practice is a style of meditation from the IRS to Yoga Nidra school. And it is a school that pulls together different philosophies of Yoga Nidra. And I'm following that method, a shortened method. So traditionally, Yoga Nidra is done as a lying down practice, which you're completely welcome to do so today, lying down on your yoga mat in Savasana. Or you can also sit down. It's really up to you. It's your practice. It'll be about a 15-minute practice today. If you are new to this practice, I would suggest, if sitting on the floor in the typical cross-legged position is uncomfortable and unavailable to you, then don't, like maybe sit on the floor on a cushion, or against the back of the sofa, or against the back of a wall, and place a cushion behind you. You want to be comfortable, right? If you're starting out already not feeling comfy, then 15 minutes later, by the end of the practice, all you're going to be thinking about is, oh my God, everything hurts. And that's kind of distracting, and that's not the point. So lie down. That's the easiest thing you can do. So if you have a rug or a carpet, lie down, maybe on your sofa or on your bed. It could be very easy if you're lying on your sofa or bed to start to drift off into sleep, which if that happens, it happens, with time and practice, hopefully you will be able to hold the attention for longer. Okay, so one thing that could help as well if you're new to this and you have a problem focusing is maybe put your earphones on. So all you hear is just the sound of my voice and nothing else from around the room, right? So when we talk about meditative practices, we're talking about really focusing and concentrating attention inwards, turning inwards. And sometimes putting the earphones on could help. Sometimes if you have an eye mask, putting an eye mask on or an eye pillow over your eyes could really help as well. And covering yourself with a really heavy blanket, it already starts to reduce the stress response and helps you to get yourself into this calm, grounded space inside already. So go and grab your pillows, grab your cushions, grab your blankets, whatever you need to get comfy. And then we'll start shortly. Cool. Thanks, Ash. Well done, Suki. Yeah, got horizontal. Perfect. So if you are laying down, I would suggest not to put a pillow beneath you because you could get too comfy and then really fall asleep. Either having your head flat on the floor, if that's really uncomfortable, a really thin blanket or like a really thin pillow like that, just a really soft thing under your head. And then try to pull your chin slightly towards the chest. So your chin is resting lower than where your forehead is, right? That starts to help the conscious mind stay conscious. So as we start to tune into today's practice, the theme being well-being through body and breath. So we'll be grounding into a sense of well-being within ourselves. And this inner presence of being and well-being is always there. We've just forgotten how to find our way back to it. And this is part of the practice of finding our way back to that anchored, grounded sense within ourselves. And then we'll move through some body sensing, where I'll be calling out different body parts for you to feel the sensations within the body. And there's no need for you to physically move or change or move any part of your body. Focusing your attention to that one body part when I call it out. And then just feeling to the sensations that come out for you. So from body sensing, then we go into breath sensing. And if you have a pranayama practice, or if you're familiar with the breathing technique Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, this is a variation on it. The thing is, I want to really anchor you into the body today, into the physical sensations today. So there's no mudras today. There's no using of the hands to close the nostrils. Today we'll literally be sensing into the left side and then sensing into the right side with each inhale and with each exhale. It's still very similar. It's a beautiful experience of an alternate nostril breathing, but through the body, alternate body breathing. And then we'll hold space for some emotions or thoughts that might be coming up. And if you are at the point where in the last few days or in the last week, a particular emotion or a thought that has kept coming up for you, this could be a good time to explore it. So allow it to be, wherever it is, but I'll keep taking you back into where it feels in the body, the felt sense within the body. And then we'll move into joy and connection. So ultimately what this practice is today is to help us get out of this, like the thinking mind, because we're really cerebral these days, right? A lot of the anxiety and the stress is all this sort of like sitting up here in the mind. And when we're able to focus and concentrate and bring the attention back down into the heart, bring the attention back down into the belly and into the body, into the physical sensations, that's where we feel it, and that's where we experience things, and that's where we then like let go of the thinking mind, because you can't actually think and feel at the same time, right? So every time that I bring you back into the body, physical sensations, this is where we're trying to turn the attention away from the thoughts and then back into the body, back into the physical sensations. So I know that we might have some newcomers to meditation. Don't worry, you're in good hands. I just want to let you know that it is very natural for your attention to wander. And your thoughts might wander, to different things, and then you might catch yourself, oh shit, like, where was I? And that's going to happen, right? And that's perfectly fine. Wherever you're at, wherever you catch yourself, that is that point of awareness. And that's brilliant, because you're actually realizing, oh, I caught myself in this thought. Bring yourself back to where I am. Bring yourself back to my voice and wherever that we're at in the practice, right? And that's why this is called a practice. No matter how many years I've done this for, there are still points, because every day is different. You might be really, really tired and there's a lot of things going on in your mind. And then it becomes harder to concentrate and focus. And that's just that's life, So if you're new to this, yeah, it's as little and often as you can do this throughout your day. That's where your brain starts to build new neural pathways to help you then come back to that point of focus and concentration a lot faster. Your mind might wander, but you might be able to catch yourself a lot quicker and then bring yourself back to wherever you might be in your meditation practice. So yeah, if it happens, and it will happen, it's perfectly natural and it's perfectly fine. Okay, so I've spoken quite a lot now, and I think it's time to get stuck into the practice, right? So wherever you're laying or sitting down, cover yourself with blankets, make yourself really comfortable, and let's start to open into this practice then. If you have any questions after this, you are very welcome to message me, either on Instagram or on Facebook. Slide into my DMs, because I'd like to close off this practice leaving you in a little bubble that you're in with as few words as I can. And at any point, if you enjoyed this practice, you want to go back to it, you can find it on my website, enlightenspoon.com/meditation. That's where all of these live stream meditations are going to be living. And don't worry, I'll put this in the comments somewhere along the way. Okay. So grounding down into this practice, well-being through body and breath. So wherever you are sitting or laying, starting to lengthen the exhales. Closing the eyes, and feel yourself grounding into the surface below. The surface below holding you back. And as you start to lengthen the exhales, really starting to feel yourself sink down and ground down, just that one more layer deeper into yourself. I'd like to open today with a poem from Dana Folds. It's titled, Being Present. Breathe, relax, and feel. Take time to slow down the pace of life. Watch the rise and fall of moods, the birth and death of dreams. Feelings and sensations seem so real, yet they shift like changing clouds and flow with the high tide out to sea again. Allow it all to be. No need to grasp or push away. Present with each moment. The whole of you, body, mind, and soul, opens to receive. So lingering in these beautiful words, allowing your whole being to open to receive. Senses wide open, mouth tasting, maybe whatever remnants might be left from dinner tonight. Nose and smell open. Ears open to hearing. No need to strain, but allow the sounds to come to you. And even though you might have your eyes closed, sensing and seeing the room around you. Finding this quiet space within yourself. Perhaps extending the exhales once again, opening deeper and releasing deeper into this inner presence. This ease of being here. Welcoming this sense of well-being and being. Know that at any time you can come back to this anchored, grounded, open space within you. Sensing the mouth, lips, sensations on the inside bottom of the mouth. Tracing sensations up the insides of both cheeks, up into the roof of the mouth. Tracing sensations up into the nose. Sensing the breath as it leaves, warm on the exhale, cool on the inhale. Tracing sensations up the nose, up into the eyes. From the eyes, tracing sensations down into the optic nerve, into the inside of the head. Feeling into these sensation on the inside of the head, the spacious, open, vibrant sensation. Sensation out into the forehead, the surface of the forehead. Sensing the crown of the head, back of the head, back of the neck. Sensing both shoulders, perhaps softening the shoulders. Sensing the left upper arm, left forearm, left hand. Sensing your entire left arm as radiant sensation. Sensation back up the left arm across the collarbones, moving over to the right upper arm. Sensing the right forearm, right hand. Sensing the entire right arm as radiant, vibrant sensation. Tracing sensations back up the right arm, up through the shoulder blades. Feeling the whole back of the body as vibrant, pulsing, radiant sensation. Now switching to the front of the body and feeling the whole front of the body as radiant, vibrant, pulsing sensation. Now moving down the torso into the pelvis, sensing the pelvis. Then sensing the left leg, the thigh, moving down the left shin, sensing the left foot. Now sensing the entire left leg, vibrant, radiant sensation. Tracing sensations back up the left leg, across the pelvis, sensing the right thigh, right shin, right foot. Sensing the entire right leg as vibrant, radiant sensation. Moving back up the right leg, back into the pelvis. Sensing the torso and the front of the body again. Now feeling the entire front of the body, from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. The body as radiant sensation. Now sensing the back of the body as radiant sensation. Now sensing the left side of the body. Pulsing, alive. Switching over to the front of the body. Switching over to the right side of the body. Now feeling the whole body as radiant sensation. Feel this openness, expansive, spacious feeling. From here, joining with the inhalation, abiding as this deep ease and well-being. Just following on the inhalation, moment to moment, as sensation all the way to its fullness. Momentary pause at the top of the inhale. Then joining the exhalation all the way down to its end. It too reveals a pause. For several breaths, keep joining the inhalation and the exhalation, moment to moment, pausing at the top of the inhale. Noticing the pause at the end of the exhale. Moment to moment, belly rising, belly releasing. If you'd like to continue here in your own time, you're very welcome to. Otherwise, I'd like to invite you to inhale, momentary pause at the top of the inhale, sensing the left side of the body, and then exhale through the left side of the body. Momentary pause at the end of the exhale, inhaling through the left side of the body. Momentary pause at the top, and then switch attention over to the right side of the body as you exhale through the right side of the body. Pausing at the end of the exhale, inhaling through the right side. Pausing at the top of the inhale, switching attention over to the left side of the body, and then exhale through the left side of the body. Inhale through the left. Pause. Switch attention to the right side and exhale through the right. Pause. Inhale through the right. Switch over to the left and exhale through the left. Continuing in your own count. Continuing in your own time. Whichever side you exhale out of is the same side that you inhale. At the top of the inhale, switch sides to the other side and then exhale on the other side. Continuing the inhale on that same side. If at any point you start to lose focus or get lost, start again from inhaling and then exhaling on the left. Inhaling on the left, switch to the right and exhale from the right. Inhale from the right and then switch over. At any time you get lost, just start on the exhale on the left side. The same side that you exhale out of is the same side that you start the next inhale on. Now, wherever you are at, inhaling through both nostrils, and on the next exhale, sensing the whole body. Free the breath to be as it is. releasing any control of the breath. All the while, this underlying sense of being and well-being is here. This underlying and ease is here. Noticing any emotions or thoughts that might be passing through. Perhaps you might like to touch into any worry, fear, or vulnerability. And if nothing presents itself, this too is your experience, allowing everything to be exactly as it is. Noticing how wherever this emotion or thought arrives, what happens in the body? Simply being with it as it lights up in the body as a physical sensation. Is there a contraction? Is there a feeling of cool or warmth? Just letting go of whatever story or label that this emotion or thought is bringing with it, just dropping that and just really feeling into the physical sensations within. You might want to weave in a sense of self-compassion and knowing that this is natural and that these emotions or thoughts are simply moving through. If it's helpful, weaving back this inner presence, this grounded, peaceful sense of well-being and being. Can you anchor in here a deep underlying stillness? Dropping into the heart. This heartfelt sense of compassion. And perhaps inviting in a sense of compassion or loving kindness or joy. Feeling a warmth, an expansion in this heart space. Is there someone you might like to extend this heartfelt compassion to? Perhaps it's a favorite animal or a plant. Really feeling into this deep inner connection with someone or something else. Noticing if there's a felt sense of joy, love, compassion, and perhaps extending this out to your loved ones, family, friends. Feeling into this heart space and extending it out to your community. Extending this out into your state, country, and perhaps even out into the world. It's really centering into this heart space, this feeling of compassion, loving kindness, and joy, and really just expanding it all the way out. A moment of gratitude. Perhaps touching back into that one good, positive thing that happened today to you. A moment of appreciation, perhaps for this meditation practice, for this virtual community, for everyone that showed up to practice together. Touching back into the inner presence, this felt sense, this deep underlying essence of well-being and being. It's always anchored here inside of you, this deep underlying stillness. Now feeling this spreading through the whole body. And in your own time, very slowly opening and closing the eyes a few times. Or if you'd like to remain in this little bubble that you're in, you might like to continue on in another 5 minutes of Savasana. Otherwise, bringing yourself back into this room again, back into the waking state. And bringing ourselves back together as a group again. Welcome back, wherever you've been. I hope that practice helped you. I hope you have a good night's sleep tonight. And this will, if you'd like to come back to this practice again, and all of the other live streams that I'm doing, they will live on my website, enlightenspoon.com/meditation. And thank you very much for joining us. And I will see you again next Monday, 8:30 p.m. right here.